Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through stacks of sources to bring you the essential knowledge you need. Today, we're digging into one of the most underrated veggies out there, the turnip. Seriously, we're looking at sources covering centuries of its use, not just as food, but as, well, medicine.
Exactly. And our goal for you is pretty straightforward. By the end of this, you'll get why this root vegetable, it's related to radishes, cabbages, that family is genuinely seen as a powerful ally for, let's say, holistic wellness.
Holistic wellness, okay.
Yeah, we're going beyond just, vitamins. We're talking immunity boosts, helping the body cleanse, even supporting skin health. And one key thing right off the bat, the root and the greens. They're almost like two different things, really distinct benefits.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, I think most people, myself included, just see turnips as maybe a bit bland, kind of like a watery potato alternative. I'm a little skeptical. If it was such a big deal historically, why isn't it more popular now? What's the actual evidence, the components that back up those old claims? Let's start with the nutrition facts.
That's fair. And the answer is kind of in its quiet strength. So look at the basic numbers. 1 cup of cooked turnip root, it's incredibly low in calories, like 34 calories.
34. For a whole cup?
Yeah, it's a lot of volume, very few calories.
Okay. It's light. But where's the good stuff? The vitamins.
It's right there, hiding in plain sight with vitamin C. That 1 cup gives you 30% of your daily value.
30%. From a turnip.
Yep. Think about that. A simple root veggie, easy to store, almost a third of your daily C. Plus, you get a good 3 grams of dietary fiber. That's always important.
I always think of citrus for that kind of vitamin C hit, not something you grow in cool weather. That is surprising. What else is in there?
Well, supporting that C, you got some key minerals. The root offers about 5% of your daily calcium and folate and 8% of potassium. But if we're talking the real nutritional stars, we absolutely have to talk about the greens.
The greens. Okay, I admit it. I usually toss those. I figured they're just bitter.
Oh, never toss the greens. The sources are really clear on this. Turnip greens are powerhouses. Seriously. They're loaded with vitamin K, vitamin A, more vitamin C, plus folate and calcium. So if you're thinking bone health, that's the K and calcium, or maybe immune function, vision the vitamin A, getting those greens in is, well, it's a game changer. They really rival spinach or kale, honestly.
Okay. Point taken on the greens. So we've got the nutritional base. Now the benefits, you said 6 major ones. This is where it gets interesting, right? Moving beyond just vitamins into specific action.
Exactly. Let's tick through them. First up, and it's always relevant, boosting immunity.
Makes sense. Vitamin C, right.
Right.
Strengthening the immune system, helping fight off infections, especially useful during, the colder months. But the sources also mentioned collagen production. How does that link?
Right. So vitamin C is crucial for making collagen. And collagen isn't just about smooth skin, though it helps there too. It's vital for strong blood vessels, tissues, basically overall resilience.
Resilience, okay. Connecting that to heart health then. How does the turnip help the heart?
This is where that combo of fiber, potassium, and antioxidants really shines. The fiber, well, it helps grab onto and remove the bad LDL cholesterol. And the potassium, that's well known for helping regulate blood pressure, kind of counteracting sodium. It's a nice little tag team for heart health.
I'm starting to get it. These humble roots are doing a lot. What about detoxification? That's a term that gets thrown around a lot. Did the sources give actual chemical reasons here?
They do, and this is where we get into those slightly sciencey terms, sulfur compounds and glucosinolates. These are specific to that brassica family turnips, broccoli, cabbage.
Glucosinolates, we hear that word. But what are they actually doing? Layman's terms.
Okay, think of them like this. They signal your body's own detox systems to kick into high gear. When you chew or chop the turnip, these glucosinolates turn into other active things like isothiocyanates. And these active compounds essentially help the liver do its job better. They support what scientists call phase I and phase II detox pathways, basically, the liver's process for neutralizing and getting rid of toxins.
Okay, so it's not just some vague cleanse. It's actually helping the liver's machinery.
Precisely. And that enhanced detox might also help protect cells from damage, so it's potentially preventative too.
Got it. And then there's the more immediate benefit, I guess, digestion.
Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. The fiber, both soluble and insoluble, just helps keep things moving smoothly in the gut. Adds bulk, prevents constipation, basic digestive efficiency.
Okay, so system health covered. Let's talk looks for a second. Skin and hair. Can a turnip really help there?
From the inside out, yes. We mentioned vitamin C and collagen, right? That means potentially fewer fine lines, brighter skin. And remember the greens, all that calcium and folate in the greens. Those nutrients are linked to healthy hair growth, supporting the follicles. So skin benefits from the root, hair from the greens. It's quite neat.
And the last one, inflammation. That seems to be linked to everything these days.
It really is a key factor in chronic health issues. And yes, turnips contain polyphenols. Those are plant-based antioxidants, along with those glucosinolates again. These compounds are known to help reduce chronic inflammation systemically. So that's where the potential protection against things like arthritis or type 2 diabetes comes in. So if you pull back and look at the whole picture, what's really striking is how holistic it is. It's not just good for one thing. You've got the fiber, the high vitamin C, those special sulfur compounds. They all work together to support multiple major systems, heart, digestion, immune, all at once.
Wow. Okay. So basically, for years, many of us have been checking the most nutrient-packed part of the greens while totally underestimating the root itself.
Right.
That's quite something. But knowing this is one thing, using it is another. Let's move into practical applications. How do we actually use this knowledge? Sources gave us recipes and even some traditional remedies, right?
Yes, bridging that gap from knowing to doing. And the recipes show turnips don't have to be boring at all.
Okay, first, in the kitchen. Roasting seems popular, like roasted honey-glazed turnips. You just toss chunks with olive oil, honey, thyme.
Yeah.
Roast them hot, maybe 400 Fahrenheit, 200 C, for what, 25, 30 minutes?
Exactly. Roasting brings out a natural sweetness, softens them up beautifully. And the greens. Don't forget the greens. Super simple. Sautéed turnip greens with garlic. Just wilt them quickly in some olive oil. Takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Then a squeeze of lemon juice at the end. Brightens them right up.
Nice and quick. And there was a soup idea, too. Creamy turnip and carrot soup.
Yeah.
Using, like, vegetable broth, maybe some coconut milk for creaminess, and turmeric for extra anti-inflammatory power.
Yeah, great for comfort and a good way to get those nutrients in. So those show the versatility in cooking. But
Yeah.
the really surprising part in the sources, the DIY remedies, traditional medicine stuff.
Right. This takes us back. Before drugstores, people used what they had. What are these specific uses?
They're fascinating. First, a turnip chest rub for coughs and congestion. The sources mention it has natural expectorant properties. The method described is basically oil some turnip slices till soft, mash them up, mix with a bit of coconut oil, maybe a tablespoon. Then you apply it warm, not hot, to the chest for 10-15 minutes. The idea is it helps open the airways.
A natural vapor rub, essentially, made from turnips. That's wild. What about for aches and pains?
That would be the anti-inflammatory turnip poultice, traditionally used for sore joints, swelling, that kind of thing. For this, you grate raw turnip to get those anti-inflammatory compounds fresh, warm it just slightly, wrap it in a thin cloth, like cheesecloth, then apply that to the sore spot for 15-20 minutes daily.
Applying it right where it hurts. Makes sense. And finally, back to the skin, a face mask.
Yep, the simplest one, a brightening turnip face mask. Uses that vitamin C we talked about to help brighten dull skin. You just grate some turnip, mix it with a little honey and plain yogurt. Simple ingredients, make a paste, put it on your face for 10 or 15 minutes, then rinse off.
Wow. Okay. We've gone from dismissed root veggie to nutritional powerhouse, immunity booster, detox supporter, and now an ingredient for chest rubs and facials. So bringing it all together, what's the big takeaway for everyone listening?
I think the main message is really about appreciating simple, accessible things. Turnips. They're cheap, they're everywhere, yet they offer this incredible range of benefits for overall wellness, even self-care. It really highlights that powerful health solutions aren't always exotic or expensive. Sometimes they're right there, overlooked in the produce aisle. They definitely deserve a spot, both in your kitchen and maybe even your home remedy kit.
It definitely challenges assumptions. And, thinking about that hidden power, we talked a lot about the detox magic of glucosinolates. Here's something to chew on, maybe look into further. The sources highlighted the anti-inflammatory aspect, but didn't really dig into how much of that glucosinolate power survives cooking versus eating it raw, like in that poultice. It makes you wonder, right, are we boiling away some of the best bits? And how does the turnip really compare, say, raw detox power versus raw broccoli? Lots to think about for such a humble root. Go find your wellness.